Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, well, more or less like tonight, but I will be continuing What If Zeldris was Naruto. This will be the final part to this What If. So if you have any other suggestions, wait, no, never mind. I have several other ones that I need to actually start back up or finish. So yeah. Let's see, okay. Yeah. I already got 4. So, let's hop right back into it. So after Kabuto, not Kabuto. After Madara gets turned into Kaguya and Kaguya does like the infinite Tsukuyomi shit. Yeah, everybody gets put inside the thing. But Kaguya notices like Naruto and like the other people that are down there with Naruto, like Naruto, Sakura, Karin, Hinata, Tamari, and Divine. I don't know if I named it Divine or not, but their chakra's different from everybody else's. It's like, it's menacing. So she stops and she's like, "Yo, like, what the fuck are y'all?" And Naruto just looks over and like, Naruto just looks at her and was like, so I'm gonna need you to undo this infinite Tsukuyomi shit. And then like she says no, obviously. She starts going through the portal, and Naruto and like his whole like little group. Well, she goes through the portal, and Sasuke was like, I could just use the portal tactic, and they go through the portal as well. So, so after they all go through the portal, you know, they start fighting, and the first person to get wounded was, I'm gonna say it was Ryu, just because he got carried away. And Obito is still there, so there's him. And as they're fighting, like, Obito uses Kamaweed to try, like, he Kamaweeds Black Zetsu off of Kaguya's body, which obviously pisses Black Zetsu off, including Kaguya. And this fight's gonna go relatively quickly just because of the fact that there's a lot more of them than what there were in canon. Now, given Kaguya is a god, like, in the shinobi world, she literally is a god, but, you know, you can't stop several different fucking people at one time. Anyway, so Kaguya was like blocking her cutting swords with her hair, and you know, she got hit with some blinding poison from Tamari. Was it Tamari? I think it was Tamari. Yeah, it was Tamari. Yeah. And she got punched toward Naruto and Sasuke by Sakura. And they touched her, like they both touched her and sealed her back away. And they went back to the world. They went back to the main world, and the Sage of Six Paths reversed rebirthed everybody, and Naruto still had that talk with his dad, but it wasn't like the talk of, you know, how they had it wasn't canon. It was more or less of like the Minato telling Naruto what he needs to stop doing. Like, what he's doing is wrong. He can't just go around, you know, doing as he pleases. And Naruto looks at him and was like, what's the point of having all this power if I can't do anything with it? I save the world. My friends save the world. we should be able to do as we please, no matter who's in power. And Naruto was like, better yet, how about I take my friends and we go start our own shits? So Naruto, I'm gonna say like Naruto and like a small group of villages that he's helped out in the past decided that they were gonna go with Naruto after finding out the news that Naruto's starting his own village. He shit. They all just packed up and left the villages they were already in, and they were coming from all over. They were coming from the Sand Village, the Cloud Village, like the random villages scattered throughout. There were like some shinobi that they've helped out in the past. There were some shinobi from the other villages that like just went over there. And yeah. But knowing that the other villages wouldn't like this, Naruto rejected most of them. He accepted all of them to the point where they had like 5,000 civilians and like just a little bit over 200 soldiers. He accepted that many people, but he didn't want to accept too many because he didn't want the other village. He didn't want the other villages to think that they were gonna like just start a war almost immediately. But what Naruto had did, he had made like this test for people to get in the village, and he trained everybody like out of 200 soldiers that he had trained, there were 3 specifically that Naruto trained himself that guarded the 3 gates sitting outside, that allowed you to no fuck 2 people got trained by Sasuke that they guarded the gate, and then like everybody else basically just got trained. So yeah. But so I'm gonna say, let's just say let's say 6 years passed. Alright, just 6 years. And no, this is kind of gonna be like Boruto, but not gonna be like Boruto. So the get-togethers for this is the only people that got together outside of everybody in canon got together except for Sasuke and Sakura, because Sakura, well, no, and Shikamaru and Temari. That's not happening either because that's Naruto's thing. The only reason why Sasuke and Sakura didn't get together was because Sakura had the power, and Naruto warned her that if she tried to have a child with Sasuke, or if she still found Sasuke attractive in any way, shape, or form, if they tried to have a child together, there was no guarantee that the child was going to come out normal, as in like there's no going to not be a birth defect. So him and Tamara could have a child because they both had the power, but since there wasn't enough dark chakra to go around for Sasuke to get it and then for them to have a child, their child was going to risk coming out defective or like on its deathbed, or was only going to live to a certain amount of, only going to live to like the age of fucking 5 and then just die off. So yeah, that and Sakura was too enveloped in fighting to actually stop to have a child. Anyway, so the Chunin exams for all the villages start up, and Naruto's village is more or less like an isolation village after they isolated themselves. So the other villages know where they are at, but they don't want to go there. And by the way, Naruto's thing, like civilian count went up. Like it went from 5,000 to, I'm gonna say, because you start slowly letting more people in, so it's like 10,000 civilians and probably like 2,000 soldiers. So yeah, they like version of the Chunin exams came up, and Naruto, Sasuke, Ryu, they all went in there, and Divine, I'm gonna say, is like 18 now. Yeah. She was like, I'm gonna say she was 12, 16, yeah, 18. So, yeah, they all, like, they walk in there, and, like, they're getting a lot of stares from all the other villages. Because, like, they've gotten taught, like, Naruto's rule, and how he almost ruled the entire, like, every village. But the only people that don't necessarily, like, hate Naruto is the Leaf Village and the Sand Village, because of the fact that after Naruto took over in the Leaf Village, they were prospering. But besides that, yeah, every other village, like the Stone Village and what's there. So when Naruto, like, they all went to go sit down and watch the fights, and Naruto, I'm gonna say, has a daughter, and his daughter, she's fluent in poison. Like, her, she does have the dark, like, chakra ability, like Naruto and Temari do have. So, no. So, she carries around a blade. No, she turns she turns her hands into, like, dark energy blades, and she can infuse them with poison. And it's the only thing that's stopping her from being as skilled as Naruto is because of the fact that it's fucking Naruto. Like, plot armor be like. Anyway, so I'm gonna say Naruto's daughter fights, say Kiba, let's say Sai and, Sai as their child, and they fought like they were fighting. And Sasuke does have a child, it's just with some random other female, just not Sakura. But their daughter isn't a fighter. So, she can fight, because Sasuke and Ryu train her on a day-to-day basis. She can fight, she just doesn't want to be dubbed as a shinobi yet. That, and Naruto's keeping her under strict surveillance. That way can't nobody like Orochimaru or, somebody just come along with, ooh, the Uchiha girl, mine. On that Tony Lopez shit. Anyway, so yeah, they decided to, like, when they began the match, dude uses his super beast girl. And Naruto's daughter, like, she before he had even was like able to get off like the super beast girl thing, he had already got hit by her. Like, she was already behind him, and she pricked him enough with the thing not to kill him, but it was enough to, like, make him dizzy. She basically just made him dizzy and nauseous, to the point where he fell out and passed out. And Sai looks at Naruto, and Naruto just shrugs his shoulders and looks away. And Gara remarks and was like, your daughter's fairly skilled. And Naruto was like, that wasn't even her full abilities. And Temari replies with, oh yeah, she's holding back a lot. And Divine chimes in and was like, maybe we should not be letting her participate in this. And Naruto was like, why not? And she was like, Divine was like, let's see. She has a dark chakra. That's number one. Number two, she I'm gonna just call it the demon energy. I think calling it demon energy is better. She has the demon energy. This is the last part anyway, so it's not gonna matter. She has the demon energy. She was taught by you, and she has the poison abilities of Temari, meaning that even if like she does die, she can inflict major fucking like she can just full on assault people in matters of seconds without them even knowing. And not only that, she's also being trained to use other jutsus by Sasuke. And Naruto's like, she can still participate. And I'm gonna say Kiba has a daughter, but not a daughter, a son. And his son is just as cocky as him. And Jiraiya is the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village again. No, this time it's Tsunade. Tsunade is the Hokage. Jiraiya is just Jiraiya. Oh yeah, and they do have a son too. Jiraiya and Tsunade have a son. Jason. Jason. Let me stop. Yeah, he's also participating in it. So the next fight that happens is no. Fuck, I'm gonna do a series like that. I'm gonna do a harem series with Naruto. Just one time. I'm gonna see how it goes. But yeah, that might be one of the newer ones. Like if I have to get done with a couple of them though. I can't just continuously make. Yeah, I have to focus on one specific series every week to get those parts out there. That way I don't need to like really remember how many parts I did. Anyway, so Kiba and Sasuke's daughter is a prodigy. And since Obito was still alive at the time, he's dead now due to certain circumstances. But since Obito was still alive, Obito was Sasuke's daughter was a big fan of Obito, and when Obito had died, Obito had gave her his Rinnegan that he had, so she does have a Rinnegan. She just doesn't know how to use it. She can use it when she gets emotional, but that's just based off instinct. But anything past that, she can't really use it. Now, I thought she was getting his Mangekyo? Fuck no. I want to like some Sasuke shit or something like that. Also, Obito did have a child. But his child is a part of Naruto's secret unit, like basically Naruto's Anbu. And Sasuke is in charge of that, so yeah. Anyway, so Naruto basically, Sasuke Kamui's in after, like, yeah. So Naruto, the fight begins and Kiba's son is like, maybe you should give up this, I don't want to have to hurt you, And for just the sake of this, her name is still gonna be Sarada. It's like, no, maybe you should give up. This isn't gonna be pleasant for you if you keep talking the way that you are. And she was like, fuck. He was like, oh, you got a mouth for like someone that doesn't look that strong. And when the dude says begin, he uses the fang over fang technique to try to get it over quickly. But she gets out the way, and when she reappeared, she basically disappears and then reads it. She uses the fucking, I don't remember what the fuck it's called. I don't know, that jutsu, and they just disappear and reappear. Not the flying Raijin. I don't know. I'm gonna just say she runs behind him, and by the time he can realize what the hell is going on, she's already got a knife to his neck, like a kunai to his neck, and was like, well. She tells him it's pretty sad the fact that I didn't even need to hurt you and you already lost. And the match was called and Kiba's mad. And then this is like the final fight right here. Then some funny shit's gonna happen. So Naruto's daughter, we're gonna name her Himawari. Fuck it, yeah, we're just gonna name her Himawari, cause why not? We're gonna say they decided to let Hinata name their daughter because Temari was asleep and Naruto was out. Like, he was there when she was born, but he was out after after the baby was born. So when the doctor asked Hinata was like Himawari, and then Temari woke up and was like Himawari, I guess. And Naruto just didn't really care at the time because he was nowhere to be found. So, yeah. They were like Himawari versus, so-and-so. And Jiraiya and Tsunade's son is known for, like, his prowess and jutsus and shit. So Naruto instructed their daughter not to hold back. And Naruto looks at Tsunade and was like, I hope you know I told my daughter not to hold back. I hope your son isn't planning on holding back on her either. And she looks at his son, like, she looks at her son and notices that he has the personality of Jiraiya, so he's he's foaming at the mouth right now. And Himawari asks him, is he okay? And he's like, and Jiraiya, Tsunade looks at Jiraiya, and Jiraiya was like, this is not my fault, fam. Like, it's not my fault he adapted to my personality. Bro, my feet are extremely fucking cold for no reason. Like, bro, my feet always cold. That's why I don't go to sleep, bro. My fucking feet be cold. Anyway, so also whoever, like, I don't know. Never mind. I just forgot. Anyway, so Naruto, like, yeah, Naruto, like, yeah, whatever, just, like, start the fight. So the Jonin instructor mumbles something underneath his breath, and Himawari looks at him, and he was like, whoa, like, slow your roll. And he says begin, and she covers herself, kind of like how Temari covers herself in, like, her demon energy, or what the fuck it's called, dark energy. I said it. The dark chakra. I'm just saying dark chakra. I already forgot the name that I said I was gonna call it. That dark chakra. So then she when Jiraiya's son, like, finally realizes, like, yo, this is serious, he begins to charge up into sage mode, in perfect sage mode, obviously. He hasn't yet mastered regular sage mode. So Naruto's like, sage mode, interesting. And Naruto's daughter pulls a Goku black and turns all that energy that she produced into a fucking dark chakra scythe, and then she infuses it with like an illusion poison, like a gas, basically. And every time she swings her scythe, it, like, makes the person hallucinate more and more because the gas releases with every swing. So, like, if I go and I swing it, like if she goes and she swings it in front of somebody, it doesn't have to hit them as long as they inhale what happens after, like little trail of, like, dust that it, like, lets off at the end, like at the back, they'll start hallucinating. So this fight goes on for, like, a decent 30 minutes, and, like, right before they were gonna call the match, right before, like, something, like, right before, I'm gonna say, like, the timer was up. I'm gonna say there was, like, a timer of 30 minutes. Of 35 minutes. But, like, right before the timer was up, Jiraiya's son just passes out of, like, just what's the name? And she puts, like, the kunai, like, fuck. Her scythe disappears. And Naruto's like, you should, accepted a trophy. And no, I'm not going all the way into fucking Boruto. I'm not gonna deal with them fucking Naruto members. Fuck them. I don't care. I just wanted to get this part out the way. So after, the fights, they decided to hold a Hokage summit, and Naruto wanted to attend, so he attended, and and we're asking Naruto, like, what were y'all doing over there? Naruto was like, nothing, just living. And the Sand Village is like, yeah, Naruto, I was thinking about asking you, can I set up an embassy in your city, in your village? And Naruto's like, yeah, girl, I guess, like, that'll be okay. And, like, like, everybody, like, that was their main focus at the time, because they knew where Naruto was, they just didn't know what he was doing in there. So, Naruto tells everybody that they're gonna be the other villages are gonna be setting up embassies in his village, but they're all gonna be in the same building. That way, they don't take up any space. So after, like, the Hokages go and they visit Naruto's village after the embassies are built and everything like that, and they see that Naruto's villages, although Naruto seems like a pretty dark person, his village is actually pretty nice. Like, the people don't look like they're struggling at all. There's nothing wrong with the village. But, like, as they're complimenting it, there's an explosion that happens in the background. And they start heading toward the explosion, and they already see, like, Naruto's, like, soldiers and shit are already on it. And they notice that these are rogue shinobi that's been disappearing. Like, these are the shinobi that's been disappearing and, like, reappearing other places, attacking other villages. So Naruto, like, appears, and he's like, it doesn't matter now, they're dead. And their leader, like, I'm gonna say their leader was like, no. Yeah, I'm gonna say their leader was like some weird guy that didn't believe, like, that wanted Naruto dead for stupid reasons, but couldn't say his reasons out loud because they were too stupid for him to actually get the concept of, oh, they're stupid. Anyway, so he had got angry, like, he had got mad at that fact, so he decided that it was gonna be like, okay for him to just fuck up the village. And Naruto's getting mad, and he's like, bro, so you get all of this just to make a point to me? Like, you just killed innocent people. You blew up a small daycare center to prove a point to me. And what was your points about? And he was like, oh, like, you shouldn't be Hokage of this village, I should. And Naruto looks at him and was like, bro, it's just coming from the same person that literally just blew up a fucking kindergarten. And he was like, yeah, but these kids weren't worth anything. This village has money in it, and that's all that matters. And Naruto was like, yeah, okay. And he's like, yeah, I'll fight you for it. And Naruto's like, okay. So Naruto pulls out a sword, and the dude starts running toward him. But as he gets closer to Naruto doesn't move an inch. He gets, like, within, like, 2 feet of Naruto, and Naruto just cuts him clean in half. And his supporters are, like, all cowering in fear. And Naruto looks up at Ryu, who was in the air, and was like, burn them. And he just burned them to a crisp. And the Hokage was like, you could have just took them as prisoners. And Naruto was like, they just killed innocent children. You think I want to take them as prisoners? That's where we disagree. And the Hokages, like, they tell Naruto, like, maybe you should cut back on it just a little bit. You're a little too brutal. And Naruto was like, people don't deserve second chances if they do awful things to ruin families. And the Hokage is like, okay, well, we're gonna go back to our villages. And Naruto was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And Tsunade was like, Naruto, where did you go wrong? When did you, what's the name? And Naruto was like, when did y'all actually start caring? And Tsunade just like remembers the fact that they just like didn't fuck with Naruto at all. Only thing that Naruto held dear was that swing. That swing, bro. So, yeah. Anyway, um, this will be the end of the series. It sucks when I end series off because, to be cold-heartedly honest, I don't like ending series off because I don't know how to end them. But I went through everything. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this series. I'm gonna try to upload more and more as the days go on. But for right now, this is about it for tonight. Anyway, I am Shinobi LX, and peace out.